y'all can get away with that as men we can't get away with at all in society. Yes, there are double standards in society. Some of them are good, some of them are wrong, but it is a double standard. I don't compare myself to a woman. Period. And you shouldn't compare yourself to a man. There are universal double standards that goes on all over the world. Men are expected to lead, not women. Men are expected to provide, not women. Men are expected to protect.
I gotta tell you what she said. This one was right on the knob. Hold on.
Jobs are we the money, we all that.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Because how many of you guys have seen these modern women talk about, oh, well, I make $70,000 and he needs to make the exact same money as me to get with me. Oh, I done made $80,000. He got to make the same amount of money to get with me. Listen, that's not even how even men act. Men don't say, hey, you know what? I'm making $600,000 a year, and I need my woman to make about $600,000 a year.
Nope.
You understand? They have a requirement that even men don't even have, right? But a lot of them want to act like men.
It's a false sense of power.
Exactly.
And we strutting our power around in front of our men, making them pull back from us.
Uh-huh. Talk to them, Sister Donna. Talk to them. That's what, yes, they are pulling back. Part of that passport bro movement is pulling back. See, back in the day, they warned y'all in Manosphere 1.0 about the wall of silence. They warned y'all. They warned you. They said time is coming that these men are not going to fight with you no more. That the time is coming, they gonna just shun you, they're going to do other things. And trust me, that wall of silence has happened. It has actually happened in a greater way with that passport bro movement. Who's the one making all the videos pissed off? It's the modern American woman, because they play a reverse psychology with that and say, oh yeah, you know, y'all dumb, y'all this, and but they know that in order for you to travel like that, especially when you're going way overseas, it's going to take some money. They know this. They know these are the upper mobility men that's doing all the traveling.
And we wondering why our men are crossing over Chinese, white woman, anything that shows femininity. This is a wicked thing that white people are doing, and we have not yet seen it in its fullness.
Now, the part that you talk about how men are going to other communities because of femininity, a lot of that is true too. A lot of it's true. But the only thing I disagree with is because of white people. No. Because you got white men saying the exact same thing about their women.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell you that. White men are saying they women is ate up with feminism. Or they women created feminism. So yeah.
MGTOW.
White men are saying they women are acting masculine too.
Mig-
White men are saying they women are acting like they're
MGTOW.
on fours too. It's more white women making money on OnlyFans than it is black women. So I mean, I just gotta just put some correction in that. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Nation of Islam, you know, and what they teach. I mean, if the majority of the women had got the teachings from the Nation of Islam, you wouldn't have this modern American woman problem. Trust me on that. They teach women to actually be women. Let's continue.
Black women don't know that we're just being completely torn apart and broken down. So we will not have no appeal to this man. He doesn't want another man in the bedroom with him. Yes, Sister Donna Farrakhan. That's right. Because some of these modern women, you're so freaking manly that a man didn't even have to question himself. It's like, man, like, do I like men or something? Did I just get this woman, but I got some secret desire for men? Because this woman acts so much like a freaking man. She acts like a man. She talk like a man. What's up with all these women these days with these deep voices, fellas? You know, these women
Dude,
like
you
Glorilla.
got
notice all these women today
to
with
bring
these
some
deep
change in
voices?
here. That's how
Where
they
that come
talk.
from? There used to be far and few in between when you have a woman with a deeper voice. Now, you notice that? These women got these deep voices now. They rapping with a deep voice. They acting like men.
That's true.
I mean, think about it.
That's true.
They want to be men.
Yeah,
And then they want to get mad when you don't want that.
exactly.
They get mad and tell you, oh, you especially a black man, oh, you will sell out, you this. No, it ain't about selling out. I don't want a female to act like a man. That's what these men are saying to you. And they're walking away with their feet. You think it's cute acting like a man. You think it's cute putting all these tattoos on yourself. I have to tell you about this one.
He's right though. And these days, you got to worry about if it's a woman, because if they get that deep voice, it might really be a man. I mean, that was once a man, now is a woman. Because now it's now to the point that you ain't gonna be able to tell the difference. Because especially with certain women that put extra makeup on and extra surgery on, see, you don't know what you're getting out. you don't know what you can't tell it was a she-male or it turned into the female. You remember? You ever look on Maury Povich and you see the shows where they got determined that's a man, that's a man, that's a woman, that's a woman. That was prophetically that was
I
happening.
think it's cute putting all these tattoos on yourself that resemble how men would do. You think it's cute and normalized for you to whore yourself out or let men sleep with you the first day you meet them. You call them sneaky link. No, you're whoring. It's not no sneaky link. You're a whore.
Yeah,
Well, men can do it. You're not a man. Well, that's a double standard. Yes, it is. There's double standards with women too. There's a whole lot y'all can get away with that as men we can't get away with
that's true.
at all
That's true.
in society.
That's true.
Yes, there are double standards in society.
Right.
Some of them are good, some of them are wrong, but there is a double standard. I don't compare myself to a woman.
Exactly.
Period. And you shouldn't compare yourself to a man. There are universal double standards that goes on all over the world. Men are expected to lead, not women. Men are expected to provide, not women. Men are expected to protect, not women. Women are expected to be submissive, not men. Women are expected to rear the children, not men. In the way women do it, at least. I'm not saying men are supposed to be there to raise the children. I'm not saying that. I'm talking in the traditional sense.
Right.
Women are supposed to make what they say. A wife makes the house a home. It doesn't say the man makes a house a home. It say the man provides the house. The woman makes it a home. That's expectations of women, not men. But when you put the two together, it works perfect. Well, that's not right. No matter if you say it's right or not.
It's role reversal. So now you're working hard. You start feeling like a man. And when you start feeling like a man, all of a sudden you don't need this man that God gave you. You role reverse and you go get a woman.
Oh, yes, yes, Sister Donna, yes. Have y'all noticed a great rise in this lesbianism?
Yes.
I'm gonna keep it on the black community, fellas.
Yes.
Have you noticed that a lot of these little women you dating these days, they all had this lesbian experience?
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Something that wouldn't have been before?
Yes.
Because a lot of them are men. A lot of them are men,
Yes.
and they want what a man wants.
Exactly.
Y'all talk about Shahrazad Ali. Listen, tell you something. Sister Donna Farrakhan, she had put so many messages out there coming at these modern American women and what they doing. Shout out to Sister Farrakhan.
They seeded you for lesbianism. You
Uh-huh.
never chose it. They have been grooming you for over 400 years. So that when you finally make a choice, you will choose to be the man.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
I like
Shout
this
out to
woman.
Sister Donna Farrakhan.
I like
Tell
her.
y'all something. Y'all
She's
got
telling
one
the truth.
admit something.
Oh my God.
There's some women out here that's speaking the truth about what's going on. It's not just the men. It's not just the men. And I always said, you women that have an issue with this, the modern American woman, and even how they're affecting you, because they're affecting you. Trust me. louder.
Mm-hmm.
You need to speak up and represent a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time say, hey, I'm a single woman, I'm available as well. I'm not out here doing that.
Right.
You must separate yourself. You can't be put in a pool with them
Yes.
and have this quote unquote woman code.
Yes.
This woman code a lot of y'all have is gonna keep you by yourself.
Bingo.
Why should you not have a man because of what that 304 did?
Right.
Why? Once again, I'm gonna say this: don't dress like them. Don't adorn your makeup like they adorn their makeup. Stand out. So a man look at you and say, "Oh wow, she's different. She ain't
Exactly.
like the rest of them." That's
Exactly.
the way you get picked. You're
Exactly.
talking about pick me. That's where you get picked. You
Right.
look different. You don't look the same. I've always been the type of dude that I never wanted to do what the crowd was doing, even as a man. If the crowd is going over here, I'm going over there. If the crowd is wearing this, I'm gonna wear that. Because
Right.
I never wanted to be in anything, even travel wise, right? All the crowd was going to Ghana, right? I say I'm not going nowhere near Ghana right now. I say because too many of y'all showing up. I go places where everybody else don't go. I'm going to East Africa. I'm going to South Africa. I'm going to all other places. A lot of y'all going to Colombia to go get your teeth done. Hey, you go to Colombia get your teeth done. Well, I say, nope, I'm good.
Grandpa, will this be our Christmas?
Yep. He's right. He's right on that one.
I say, nope, I'm good. When I got my teeth done, I went right to Istanbul, Turkey. I say, I'm not going nowhere where all y'all showing up. That's always been my rule. If there's too many of y'all showing up somewhere, I'm not showing up. I'm going completely the opposite direction. Because I don't want to get caught up in that old hood ghetto-fied antics that y'all bring.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to stand out. Don't always be different, ladies. Be different. If they acting like men, you need to be acting like women to the full. You need to be on femininity overload. You need to exude femininity. And let me tell you something else. When a woman's real feminine and she understands that, it doesn't matter about her looks. Let me tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a quote-unquote average woman, and to a man's eyes, you could be a 10.
Bingo.
Because you're bringing a lot more to the table. See, when you
Bingo.
bring a man peace,
That's true.
when you bring a man femininity, when you're a woman that can cook, clean, when you know how to take care of your man in the bedroom, and you understood how to do that, trust me, a decent man, you can be quote unquote average looking. He cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you eventually get with a woman, no matter how she look, whether you think she's a 10 or even average looking, right?
That's true.
What makes her look better or look worse is those character qualities.
Character.
That's why I always say, it's better for you to go to culinary school. It's better for you to get with a femininity coach and ask how to dress. I tell y'all, you don't understand some things, go contact Miss Danielle DeVitas. That's what she do. She help y'all, women, to unravel that masculinity.
There are 4 powerful ways a woman is bringing something to the table.
Danielle has been married for, I think, more than 10 years. I think 12 years, she said. She has a husband. She has children. Okay? She has that. No woman that's going to come on this platform is going to be masculine. None. On any of my platforms. They ain't happening. So we're not going to present that. Not here. So go contact Miss Danielle DeVita if you need help. It's okay to say I need help.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay to say my mammy taught me to be a man. It's okay. It's not. There's nothing wrong with admitting when you have a problem, because you do have a problem. Now you could be right and how a lot of you act and thinking that's okay and I don't care about them. But then when about 10 years later, when you realize, dog, I'm by myself. I'm tired of this.
And that's what's going on.
Get some help. There's many women out here who can help you. But y'all let me know what y'all think what Sister Donna Farrakhan had to say, because like I said, that message is greatly needed.
Yes. Yes. And I'm going to show you what she's talking about.
Hi, my name is
I mean, it's just as crazy, man. It takes a woman and just to come with the truth. And no man, and it, like I said, you don't know, and some men probably is going through with that. I mean, it's crazy, man. And they and then there's some women that hate to get corrected about that. Men got if men go something wrong, that we as men we get checked if our personal hygiene or something else is going on. We ain't putting the effort in it. This society get on men like that, and men got suck it up and take it, and and that's the truth. Because and the people will point that out to you, say, hey, you need to step up as a man. That's how this culture is. But it's like, okay, if the man got to take accountability, then a woman got to take accountability, and just accept it. It's the same way as the man. If the man get critiqued, the woman get critiqued. But women don't like to get critiqued, and they get all up in their feelings. And that's what it is, and then that ego come out. Now watch this video. There's another woman.
Is a very controversial topic, not just on YouTube, but also
This is gonna
on
happen.
TikTok. And women
Listen.
make a few jokes about hitting the wall. If you don't believe me, here's some of the jokes right here.
I'm 32 years old. That means I've hit the wall 2 years ago, and my life has been amazing. Best 2 years. I'm Chinese. We love walls.
I just wanted to let y'all know I will officially be hitting the wall in a few days. Now, I had already hit the wall when I turned 30, but I'm officially hitting it at 35, and it's not really that bad at the wall. At the wall, you don't get cheated on. You don't have nobody having outside babies on you. You don't have nobody fighting with you about who's going to pay for a date. So while you may not get you a high-earning six-figure man, you become the high-earning six-figure one man.
Stop the cap. So you've heard that. Yeah. Women are actually joking about hitting the wall, and they think it's a great thing. But now, one of my brothers, Zimbabwean brothers from Poland, shout out to Uncle Nison, right? He sent me this particular clip of this TikToker by the name of JC, Jay Kelly. And she's noticed that she's been treated differently since hitting the wall. You know what? Instead of me playing it, let her tell herself. Tell you herself how she feels about hitting the wall.
One thing I notice about aging is people start to treat you so differently. When I was younger, people would be nicer to me. Like, they would go out of their way to talk to me, smile at me, hold doors open. But as I've gotten older, what I'm noticing is that people, they don't do that. It's almost like you become slowly more and more invisible. I feel like the only people that really see me are other middle-aged women, it's like we give each other this knowing look. And I saw a video about how Karens are women who used to have pretty privilege. I can totally see that being a thing because you get this privilege that people treat you nice and just give you extra attention that maybe other people don't receive. And then whenever that starts to slowly fade away and then completely stop, it's like if you aren't aware of what's happening, you feel like something's wrong with everybody else. What the freak is wrong? Why is everybody so rude and everybody so dismissive? Why isn't everybody bending over backwards for me? Well, that's because we were given privilege just based on something as shallow as the way we look. And so we thought that was the world, like how the world was, but it's not. A lot of people don't live in a reality that it's like that. So I'm not complaining. It's just an adjustment to live in this new reality. It also clears out the people who aren't here for the right reasons. So that is a positive thing. It really only brings more genuine and real relationships in. So that's something, but it is an adjustment.
So some of the things that she noticed that many women that become 35 and 40 are a little obvious. Now obviously, everybody's not the same. Some women are extremely beautiful and extremely good looking. Stop and show, and if that's the case, please email me planetoutshare@gmail.com because Demo would love to be mad. Can I get a sound effect? Oh my God, no way, yeah. That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! But seriously, some women can stay, older and look better because of certain things, enhancements. But in her case, she's noticing people don't open the door for her as much. People are ignoring her. It's almost like she's invisible. And the only visibility that she has right now is to middle-aged women. In other words, the phone isn't ringing as much. Interest is not as much as it once was. Lala Anthony also talked about this. Now, Lala Anthony is a very beautiful woman, but what Lala Anthony said? Well, the same guys who were interested in me are not interested in me anymore. People look at me that I can get anybody I want, but I can't. The only thing that I can get now are the guys who are 21, 22. They're the ones in my inbox. Those are the guys talking to me. Those are not the other guys talking to me. Okay? And if you don't believe me, let's listen to her talk about it. Finish thinking.
Wow. 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 So, what are we going to deal with today? And I think this is for women out there who feel as if, they deserve a great guy. And I'm not saying that women don't deserve a great guy. But the difference is that in today's world, it's not like it was when I was coming up, and I keep making the case. In the 90s, when I was coming up, if you were a hot 40-year-old lady, that was maybe not as bad if you were still looking good. The difference is now is that the internet has made things very unfair because guys can access women overseas, and obviously a guy that's 42, especially in his higher earning ages of life, he has more opportunities and things like that. Then you can date somebody from Kenya, you can date somebody from Uganda, you can date somebody from overseas, you can date somebody from another city. It's not the same as a woman who's 41, who you are now competing against a woman that's 21. Mm-hmm. Even if people know that you're 35 or 37. Well, what also happens when a woman is older, even though her looks may or may not be declining, the one true thing is this. Women are going to demand more at that age. Women want more. Hey, they have more bills, they will have a higher lifestyle, and they come with a more expensive cost. Sometimes they come with children. Mm-hmm. Well, then what do? There are going to be men out there who are going to look at that and say, that's interesting and that's nice, but I think I'll check it out over here. And what I'll do is I'll actually deal with women that are younger and maybe not have as many negative experiences towards men. That could be the case, and if that is the case, women out there are gonna feel a little bit can feel a little bit less invisible. But that is the reason why that women need to, in my honest opinion, do whatever they want. But good men don't come often. And let's say, for example, if she's a woman that dissed a guy and now she's 35 or 36 and that guy's not there anymore, well, by her own words, it's more difficult to compete because it doesn't matter how much money she has. It won't matter how successful she is. The kind of man that she's looking for is not going to care about that. The kind of man that she's looking for is going to want other stuff. That man's going to be rich, good looking, and can compete, and that's going to be what she wants. But the answer is going to be, or the question is going to be, is does that man, or would that man be interested in wanting her? That's
what the issue is. And people don't understand it. Sometimes until it's too late. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy.
He's absolutely right. He absolutely right. But it's just like what I mentioned in the video is basically you have women that try to flip the role, like in this society, that have different men for different reasons, and still feel like they can pretty much weather it. And like you said, now that the internet that has stopped the game, and they mad, and they get mad at these passport bros. Not only that, because they're encouraging other men to leave, and the men that probably are working their way to have a certain amount of income, they're able to go over there, and so that secondary man is coming, because they usually secondary man. You remember you might have been the man that she wasn't really feeling. You didn't know that she wasn't really feeling you like that, but she wanted to do the bad boy, the swag, and he come over and he rough it up a little bit, and it's a thrill to give her the drama and all that stuff. Now, that's all she gonna be left with. And then when he don't come around, and sometimes he'll kick her to the curb and dog her out, call her a bunch of bees, whatever. Now she come back to the secondary dude, and you might be the guy could be the secondary dude, but now the secondary dude is saying, you know what? Why I gotta be secondary and thirdary when I can be first primary over there? And women are mad. That's why some women are mad, because I bet you some of the women were like that. That's why. But here's another video. Why?
You've got ambition.
And that's what it is.
Advancing ambition.
They can't compete. You've been pumped up in your head that, validation, but I'm prettier than her. It has nothing to do with that. It's about character. These women don't understand that. But I'm glad that women are speaking on this.
What do you think about the fact that they feel like it's an even exchange? Because they feel that these women are not doing it for free, they're giving them money.
See, they make up anything in their minds and they project it because they're bitter and they cannot compete with the women overseas. So what they do is they take things to the extreme and they make up things.
So the women are getting something from it as well. So that's how they feel, isn't it? Because let's be honest, most of these guys, they work regular jobs. So whatever money they're giving these women, it wouldn't be enough for them to misbehave like that for an American woman.
It's not that the men are misbehaving, it's just they're not picking you for any type of mating. And the thing is, you claim you don't want this guy, you claim you don't want these type of guys, but yet you keep making videos about them. And a man's money is going to be maximized when he goes overseas, so despite what type of job he works at here in the United States, he's still making more money than he would make overseas. So it is in his favor. And those women want to be around men that are from America because they're intrigued and they would like to know more about this type of person because they've never been around them. So men are at a complete advantage. Obviously, I'm not saying don't look out for pros, obviously, but men can tell the difference. It's up to the men if they're going to be idiots and trick or use their game.
That's the reason why they're going there. Because their dollars go further. No, I know, but it's still exploitation. They're still exploiting them. Because there's those women are desperate. And let's be honest.
Same insults, same sign language, same stuff. They have the same thing. Oh, those women are desperate. They're exploiting them. But those women actually want those men. So that doesn't make any sense. And quite frankly, it's getting pretty tiring. And that whole thing about, oh, you're exploiting women. And they're going over there. And they're just saying everything negative. It's getting old. We don't believe you.
And I have been seeing, black women make videos actually angry about the subject. And they're saying stuff like, those men ain't nothing. They broke. And the girls are underage and stuff like that, and I was just cringing. And the reason why I was have their minds made up. And, you know, if they feel like Ling Ling is the best option for them, who am I to tell them that they're wrong? I mean, I just feel like I'm over the part in my life where I feel like I need to shame someone for who they choose to lay down with. I honestly don't care. And I have way more important things, you know, to worry about and to focus on. I don't feel bothered by those guys going overseas because it's not taking anything from me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I'm not intimidated by other races of women. And I just feel like the only reason why those women are super angry like that is because they feel like subconsciously they know they aren't doing what they're supposed to do. And they know they don't stand a chance. So there's
Coming from a woman.
negative energy.
Coming from a woman.
And I just really want to say to you ladies, like, please find something better to do. Like, focus on bettering yourself.
They should honestly focus on God because it ain't gonna get no better for them.
Yeah.
It's not. In the dating market, it's not gonna get any better.
Right.
Because they're probably 9 times out of 10, like, so far out of the dating game, or they don't have experience in the dating game because it's been a while for them. They're probably used to a bunch of, you know, one-nighters and not getting any commitment. So that grows a jaded mindset, and that grows women that become bitter.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. And that's what those women display.
And then they
Being
try to
bitter.
flip it on the men,
And
the good men.
Probably past their
Then they
pride,
try to flip
and
it
it's
on-
pretty much
on
a
good
wrap.
men
They
who
should
are-
focus
are
on
not
that.
like that.
I'm being real serious because I don't see anything going well for these women if they continue to have this type of attitude about men traveling overseas and just being bitter because this is all what they have. This is all their self. This is all of their choices that they made. This is all of the decisions they made for themselves. So it's just, you know, that's the thing. You know, Mother Nature gives you your gifts and Father Time takes it away, and
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely took it away.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this because
Yeah, it is annoying because men are figuring out the game and they figure that, hey, I am getting into my peak, which is between the ages of 35 and 55, and even if you're men that are younger, if you can realize your value early, it puts a woman at a disadvantage because when women are about this age, I'm thinking between 30 and 40 years old, I'm guessing their ages, that is when a woman looks to try to lock a man down. And that's around the time that men start to figure out what their value truly is and the potential they have, and that they don't have to settle down and be with women. So this puts women in a peculiar situation where they're not quite sure where they stand, and that the men that they feel are beneath them, these Dusties, these Pookies, these Ray Rays, they're like, well, you're Dusty to me here in the United States, so no woman should want you if I don't want you. But the thing is, there's more women on the planet, and if a man has a passport, he can get on a plane and he can go and explore those other countries. And it leaves the women like this that don't have success in dating, who have never really had anything serious with a man. It leaves them in limbo because the men that they feel are beneath them are actually getting the opportunity to have more options, which leads to a man having a higher probability of interacting with women and actually getting to know a woman or date a woman while they sit in limbo.
He got another
wait for
video.
This guy, this builder ninja that they have.
I'm
in
gonna
their
say what
brain
type
that
of
doesn't
women
exist. And they wait,
that's
and they
talking
wait,
crazy
and
what
they
she's
turn 40
talking
and they
about.
have cats, and then they
His
just
name
regret
is
the decisions that they made within their 20s.
Bonnie Vale.
So deal with that, or you can go overseas, get your passport, and go see those women, interact with those women, vet those women out, see how they are, come back here, and you can make your proper decision on what you want to do. And 9 times out of 10, I'm telling you, you are going to enjoy the presence and the femininity of the women overseas. So bitter women down, bounty villains up. Let's get it. Let's go. We're on the road to 20.
That's what it is. The brother's right.
What if water could be delivered by the power
Stop
of
being
the sun?
bitter. You know,
Possibility in every
and what
drop.
it is that they try to flip it on. These women get bitter. Then when they get a good man, and they think a man can just gonna keep chasing them down, and they can keep playing these games and mind games with them. But men don't get tired. Men don't get tired of all walks of life. Even the men that the most settled, nicest man is gonna get tired.
its films.
ain't gonna take no
The
shit.
maker of products
That's
under
it.
the Lumar brand
Because when he
employs
get
almost
the
800
internet
hardworking
and he find
people
out that
and
he
has
get
been
encouraged
part of the
that
Marxism
you ain't gotta deal with some
community
woman
for
that won't be
decades.
bothered with you
This is where
and
they
put
make
you
it
on the
happen.
back burner
One of the world's
because she
largest
think that
integrated film
because she got a breast and a butt
manufacturing
and give
If
a little
you've
attention
ever
once in a
wondered
while,
what goes into Lumar paint protection and window films,
they're gonna be
get ready
gone.
to be amazed.
And you're gonna be, and
Every
there's gonna be
month,
some
we're
men
going to
left
share
here.
a new video
You're
that
gonna get
gives
up, you're gonna
you
have
an
the men
inside
that
look
you
at
want, the one that,
process and
that
the
dog
people
you
that
out,
stand behind the brand.
abuse you,
Stay tuned.
that you attract all the time, that blame all men, keep following the same cycle of men. That's what's
The
gonna happen.
only reason an Asian woman would
Saying
marry
stupid
you
stuff
is
like
because
that.
of the prospect of a better life.
I think you're just upset because they actually have the opportunity, if black men go over there, to have a better life, but you can't even get men in your own country to give you a better life.
Did this man just admit that he went to a foreign country to find himself a wife because he wants somebody with traditional values, which means that he wants a slave?
So, by that logic, your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandfather, and all the people that were female on your father's side as well,
We're slaves.
that is pretty low.
He wants somebody that will abide by and listen to literally everything he says. He wants somebody to comply.
And biologically, women go for men that are leaders. And guess what? If you're dealing with a leader, guess what you're going to have to do? Comply. Not comply in the extreme way that you're trying to define it as, but comply in a relationship for the relationship to work.
Exactly.
He wants a slave.
Slave.
Traditional values. Oh, you mean seen and not heard? Marital R word is not a thing.
Yes, a woman is to be seen, not heard. Also, I like to direct you this way. Open your Bible to Timothy 2:11. So that backs that up right there, by God. But you also mentioned R word in marriages. Actually, that's false because if you look at the stats, the women were actually happier back then, married with children, stay-at-home mom, than they are now. But you're in your feelings, I get it. So most times you're going to speak out of turn and make absolutely no sense.
Child rearer, cook.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, all the things that God put you on the earth to do.
You know, like the good old days. The good old days when women couldn't vote.
Well, women didn't want that right to vote because it came with bucket duties, enlisted into the military, etc.
When women couldn't have bank accounts. When women couldn't leave their husbands.
Well, most women didn't want to leave their husbands. They actually loved their husbands and they loved their duty, and they had more happiness back then than they do today. Unlike the women in your generation that just want to divorce and break up with men just because they're bored.
Exactly.
Because of these happiest people.
Exactly.
In recorded history.
Exactly.
This is predatory.
I told the ladies to lay off that TV, man. She's been watching too many movies.
The only reason an Asian woman would marry you is because of the prospect of a better life outside of where they're living.
Actually, the men aren't bringing them back here, and the women will come out maybe with the men to visit, but they won't stay here. They want to go back to their home country with their family, with their friends, etc. So that's absolutely wrong.
You literally just said you went and started looking for a wife abroad that had traditional values. You're fetishizing.
No such word. But what you said makes no sense because the man has the ability to go and do what he wants, and you wish that you were equal to men, and your life has not shown the results that you want. So as a result, you're bitter.
I'm sorry for these young guys, man.
I'm so sorry for your wife, and I hope she divorces your ass.
But you won't even get the chance to be a man's wife probably ever in your lifetime. And there's over a 50% chance of a woman being single in the United States by the year 2030. A lot of you guys are just going to have to buy a dog and die alone.
Yeah.
So I understand your frustration. I
Gonna be
understand
50,
why you're
60 years old.
because your life
Give her another 30 years if she brings
and
off.
your dating has
She'll
not
see.
progressed into anything.
She'll see when she get older.
Stagnated, and you've probably been reduced to a sex punching bag. But this is why I always say, guys, look at these women, go overseas, get your passport, fly over there, vet those women, spend time with those women, have your fun, be safe, and come back here and see these women so you can always make the proper choice and continue to date outside of the United States, like the brother Brazil Yash always says. But Bounty Villains up, all these bitter women down. Let's get it. Let's.
You see that? I mean, I got cooking clean for you. If you love your child, if you have children, don't you love your children? Ain't you gonna do it for the love of your children? I mean, that's why, God has blessed your womb to have children. So they want to step out of tradition. And now, she's showing that. Do you think any man in some part of the world, whatever type of man, maybe she like European man, could be any men on the planet hear that? You think they're going to want to deal with a woman like that? Seriously. And talking like that? And then it's really sad because you got some simpish men are getting vasectomies behind that. See, we've been even neutered in this country. There are some men have been neutered. When the thing was getting down with the abortion, there were men getting vasectomies because of the abortion laws. So, if you get men having vasectomies, you wouldn't have to have abortions because it's like you didn't convince men. You just want we take over the role, and that's the reason why some men from all different cultures want to leave. I personally met a guy. He met an American black woman here, right? He was dating an American black woman. I think he was from. I don't know, he was from Ecuador or was he from? But his wife, I believe, was Guatemalan, and he was dating an American black woman. And I mean, I thought, and he kind of, because I was going to his church at one time, it kind of shocked me. Like, wow, he dated an American black woman, but he went back and he went back to his country, married a woman from his home country and brought her up here to the States. And he's, of course, Spanish is his first language, but he speaks English too. And he owned a business. They got two businesses. So, yeah, he left and I don't know what happened. He didn't really go into detail why he left the black chick. He had a black American chick. But he left her. This guy has a business. He had two businesses. And one thing I can say, a positive thing about the men down in those communities that come from Central America, majority of those men and women stick together. Now, is there problems in the Latin American community? Probably so. Among Mexican men, the Ecuadorian men, all the other men, there probably is. There probably this an issue. But one thing, the ones that speak English, I've never heard them blast their men. I've never heard they blast their men like some of our women do. And every time, I kid you not, and when you go into the laundromat, you always see the husband and wife or the boyfriend and girlfriend together with their children. And when I was going to the Latino church, I noticed that majority of them that were, if you see women by themselves, either their husbands at work, or maybe he's about to come over from another country. And that's one thing. It's too bad, and some of them kept that tradition, because they know, among the Latin culture, that's the main thing. That's something that some of us in American culture have, but we lack it. And the man is the man. And no matter if he's from Guatemala, Mexico, whatever, he's the man. Cause they doing contracting jobs, they landscaping business, and they making what two figures. Some of them probably making 67. 80,000, and maybe even more. But they're not. But I don't ever hear any women saying, "Oh, I can't get with you because you ain't making six figure. You ain't educate yourself in America to have a college degree." I don't never see they do that to their men. Why is it that? And then you wonder why some of us is going towards them, like the sister was saying. Soon as you get a little puffed up along with your white counterpart females, do the same doggone thing. This is the truth. That's why some of the men jetting out and going over and marrying women in Thailand and in the Philippines and down in Central South America, because they understand the premise of what a family is. It's not about me, it's about us. That's what it comes down to. And it's a certain respect, and they know that's in their culture. I've heard them say that themselves. But the women up here don't even have that respect for their own men. That don't, that I gotta control you. And if it is that, if she get that kind of spirit, it ain't gonna last too long. She gonna be single. It's probably even disgrace in some place. There are women, honest to God. I was just checking out, for example, the Philippines. The Philippines, one sample. There are women really want a husband. There are women that don't require you to have all these complications. They just, as long as you be a husband and treat her right and be the man. There are women I'm talking about who, and what happened in some of these stories is some men, they have health problems and they die. But you got more women over there, and some are widows, along with some are single parents, of course, like you do over here. But from what I heard from Filipina P and other women over there is that they don't put out all that pressure on the man. And they educated women over there. Work hard over there, hold down the whole household and raising kids in Thailand and Philippines. What they doing the same thing that you doing, but you get an ego, and like Phil said, you gotta what person want to wrestle with a man? What man in what part of the world want to wrestle with a woman with a masculine spirit? That's what it is. That's why the men are leaving. That's why some men, I said, even the men that you might not be attracted to the same race of men, even the race that you might be attracted to, don't want to deal with that crap. And the reason why men are leaving is going to be a lot of women by themselves. Is because the character. Look, but what about my body? This should, and I think that women here have got to the point that, because they used to, they used to get favored because they just kind of be a little sweet and move their little hips. Now that stuff don't matter no more. And some women can't handle it. And now you got other women that's just as good looking, or just as the men that you reject. They looking for the men that you reject, and if he able to get his funds up and run and get saved, he gone. And like he said, it takes a lot of money to fly over there. So obviously, like the woman said, they ain't broke. You know, and then you have to really examine the women making those videos, those angry videos, being so angry. Why are you so angry? If you had a good personality, you have good character, you would have that. You would. The women, there's women don't have that kind of problem. That they know how to keep a man. There's American women here that know how to keep a man. And they get clowned. They get clowned for actually loving their husband and their boyfriend. They get clowned. Oh, you do that for your husband? What? You cook his dinner? What? You wash his clothes? What? You do this for him? You got women. I will do this, and I won't do that. He gonna have to do this because I ain't doing this, and I ain't gonna do this, and I ain't gonna do that. And then the same ones, they have a bad mentality of it. Them the same ones. That's why. That's why they're gonna be single. I ain't gonna do this one. I ain't gonna do this. But yeah, but if you would have a child, would you care and love your child? I mean, even though it's the same, but and if someone's helping you support your child, wouldn't you love somebody, love the man that helped you support and raise your child? You wouldn't even at least do that for him. And he's doing what he's doing whatever he can to help out the household, and you got to put this limitation on him. That's why some Western women are going to lose and going to be making all these videos. It's you. It's your personality. It's your character. That's why you can't get the best of the best. What man with money, 6-figure, fit, and athletic or whatever, own 2 or 3 companies, making over close to $1 million, want to deal with something like that? And say, I'm not going to do this for you. Well, because I'm independent and I make 6 figures. That's nice. That ain't going to impress him. They don't understand. It's like they think that they're thinking he wants the good character of a woman. If a man who got good money, he wants the good character of a woman, along with the body. Not no effed up attitude thinking I'm more. Well, I'm just superior than you is. I'm just educated because I got my and I don't need you. If you don't need me, then ain't no my purpose. You don't need to be my presence. Some women say some of the stupidest stuff, and don't even, and it look like a fool. That's why, and I kid you not, look at on the dating sites in America, how many, and that young woman, you can look. She'll be looking for. She'll be thinking about that when she get another 20, 30, when she get in the 40s or 50s or 60s. She'll be thinking about what she said, and she'll be great and old and bitter. And she keep that kind of mindset till something reality hit her. Until maybe one day she gonna get mad when she see her girlfriends got the answer and willing to love a man. It's about you love somebody. You want to do these things, not out of slavery. Oh, I got to shut up. It's like, wow, really? And nobody is not. It be slavery because you do something for your husband because he's loving you. So you wouldn't love him if same way back if something unfortunate happening. See, guys, listen to this. You mean that these same women that's complaining and things happen like you see happening now? She ready to kick you to the curb. You temporarily get laid off. You get hurt on the job or something. She's ready to kick you to the curb. She can't love you enough to be there for you. Listen to these women. Look at their character. They have no character. So why? And they think they stuck and they've been so spoiled because some guys give them a little attention. Now, when they you see that one video, they get to a certain age, you ain't gonna get that attention no more. And it's like, oh my God, what did I do? Sign of the times, baby. Your character showed it. It's like anything. If you be around who want to be around a person that's negative all the time and miserable and mean? Who want to be around someone like that? And in some women, it's written all over your face. I've seen some pretty women, but they got a jacked up personality. And some men don't even look at you no more. And they won't bother. I don't understand why my men don't want to look at, because you give that vibe. Some of you, and like you say, some of you, like Phil was saying, some of you are masculine. And it's the truth. And like I said, there is a lot of rise of lesbianism. So it's like, hey, what is the straight guy supposed to do? sit back and watch all the women turn into lesbians? Say, okay, obviously this woman finds another woman attractive. Well, let me go find a woman that still finds men attractive. You can't have it both ways. I mean, if that's what you do what you do. If you got that kind of personality to be so rebellious to to opposite sex, then maybe, and you're trying to be masculine, then you might as well get with a female that would accept your masculinity, because ain't no straight man gonna want to put up with that. Ain't no straight man in his right mind gonna put up with something like that. And some of these old bitter women that's too mouthy, they look crazy. They get online, they look crazy as I don't know what. And you never know. There could be men can see something attractive about you, but see you open up your mouth and get to swearing and cussing and foul mouthing, you just turned them away. They didn't even think like that. You on the internet, you on TikTok, it goes all over the world. There are single men that got money, good character. You blow it. It comes back to you got to take responsibility, just like that woman said, and know it's the women that is saying it. Other women are saying it. It ain't just men saying it. It's women. Other women that even notice it. That have relationships. That holding it down with their man. And that's what it is. Keep on going with this feminist culture. Keep on being a masculine alpha female. See how far it's gonna get you. And man, you're gonna see a whole lot of females like that. From the age of 20 all the way up to practically 80. And they still haven't figured it out yet. And I hate to say it, Cabby Samuels was right. Some of them gonna die old. Not because their character. It's your attitude. If you don't properly honor a man, he's not going to be in your life. In order to love you, you have to give him that honor, that respect. You don't. I ain't got to do that. I'll do this, and I don't have to honor him, but I'll humble, do that. No. Otherwise, he gonna go on to find a woman to do. Someone might not like this message, what I'm saying, but I have to show you. It's gonna watch. You're gonna start seeing a whole lot of women, and they making a fool out of themselves, exposing themselves, saying, "Damn, I'm glad I'm not with you." They don't think. Anyway, look, fellas, I hope you enjoyed this video, and a shout out to all the content creators that made them videos, like Phil and O'Shea and Bonneville. Till next time, you guys take it easy, be blessed, and man, if you gotta do it, all you straight men out there, if you gotta go to another part of the world, do it, bro. Save your dollars up. If they don't want it, they ain't treating you right here, do it. Don't worry about what people say. You ain't gotta live your life. Oh well. And if a man trying to guilt you in that, let him deal with that. Let the Pookies and Ray Rays and the simp dudes deal with it. And let them get them stressed out. And they'll be envious of you. Trust me. Alright then, take care.